Before getting into today's episode, we'd like to thank Mac Performance PT for sponsoring the Walk On Pod. For more on their services and contact information, click the link in our Instagram bio where you will be led to their website. Mac Performance PT, helping Sacramento athletes live life without limits. Thank you for tuning back into the Walk On Pod. I am Luke Avdalovich, and as always, I'm joined by Tommy Ball and Jared Waters. But today we have a special one. We have our first ever three-time recurring guest. We have CBS sports specialist Cameron Salerno with us today.
Sounds good.
Cam, welcome back to the pod, man. Welcome back.
I'm always welcome, and I'm always happy to join. And I'm honored that I'm a third-time guest on this show. A lot of fun, a lot of things to talk about. I truly believe October, November-ish, like not only it's the best time of the year for weather, but it's also the best time of the year for sports because you got the NBA starting, you got college basketball approaching, you got the NFL in full swing, you got college football in full swing. So
Love it.
life can't really get any better, to be honest.
Cam, we love having a guy with expert next to his name on the pod at all times, man. We'll never turn that down.
Let us, because last time you were on, you had a different title. So go ahead.
Life update people, us, Cam.
Yeah, let us know, man.
Life update. Well, for starters, I'm living in one of the busiest cities in America, in Los Angeles now, so that's a lot of fun. Love LA weather. Still trying to get used to this traffic that is awful down here. But besides that, so in end of April, I was at 24/7 Sports, and I got transferred over to CBS Sports, which, for those who don't know, Paramount, it's like a huge umbrella. CBS Sports, 24/7 Sports, Max Preps, we're all like under the same umbrella. So it was an easy transition. I didn't apply for a new job. I just got transferred over. Pretty simple. So since then, I've been really doing college football, basketball stuff, kind of splitting time, but I'll be doing a ton of college basketball stuff for CBS this season. It's a lot of fun. Obviously, the final season, the Pac-12 before kind of the conference splits up for good. Yeah. But it's a great place to be. I mean, USC basketball is going to be good for the first time in a really long time. And I know they made an Elite Eight a few years ago, but they might have the best backcourt in the country, and Isaiah Collier and Boogie Ellis. And then obviously UCLA, one of the best coaches in America, Mick Cronin. And, they have a really young roster, and it's very different from previous years because, Mick had a lot of experience and, Hawkes and Tiger Campbell and guys like that. And so it's very different. I mean, I think 4 international players, 7 freshmen. So lots of guys who will compete for playing time there. But overall, I'm covering some college football games too. Obviously, USC football is very prominent. They have probably the best player in the country in Caleb Williams. UCLA football is pretty popular. I mean, they have a freshman quarterback, Dante Moore, who's the number 3 quarterback in the country, and he looks like he has shown potential of being really good. So LA is the place to be. Huge sports town. Also probably be covering some Clippers and Lakers games for the Associated Press this year. So lots of fun. I honestly love basketball more than football at this point because it's easy to say when, the team that, I probably watch the most actually pretty good at basketball now. So that's helped. College basketball is always fun to watch. NBA is always fun to watch. You got to have League Pass set up. So it's going to be a really fun season. I'm excited. And obviously, like I said, the weather this time of the year, can't beat it. Best season of the year for sure.
Cam, I'm glad you got to cover some Kings games before you took this new adventure. Kings games in the playoffs, I'll say, especially.
Right. And it's funny, though, because, people sometimes ask me, why I moved to LA. And I love Sacramento. Sacramento will always be part of me. It's my hometown. I lived there for 23 years. It's one of the best cities in America, I think. And I know I'm very biased because I grew up there. But, there comes a point in your life where you can only do so much at a certain place. And I always love Sacramento. I mean, I have family there. I have friends there. I've built my entire life there. But it was time for a change. And what better place to be than LA, which is one of the most beautiful places in the world, right by the beach, beautiful weather. Lots of opportunity down here with sports and other things. So I'm excited. It's going to be a lot of fun for sure.
Yeah, man. Sounds like the perfect guy for the job too, honestly.
Yeah,
if that little blur right there didn't give the listeners,
insight into the brain of Cameron Salerno. He obviously knows what he's talking about. Well-researched guy. So, I'm excited to see what goes on. And, we were just talking about it before we hit record. We like looking at, he puts out his top 10 returning players and and it's funny to see because like these are conversations that we would have just like in this and, he's putting out on CBS Sports. So it's pretty dope to see for sure.
Yeah, I love when people, argue with me, and it's always funny because I'm of the belief, and this is my and I don't know if you guys think this too. If you're gonna criticize someone's like list, like whether it be like a top 5, a top 10, like ranked teams, like returning players, my belief is you can't say anything until you make a list of your own, and then let me grill you because you can't just tell me, oh, this guy should be ranked in the top 5, and it's like, okay, where's your list? Like you can't be mad at someone and then not release your own list. So I think that's my belief. I always think that whenever I see like the top 100 player like NBA players list, I'm like, why are only 3 Kings players ranked? And I'm like, okay, I can't really say anything because I would probably have to make my own top 100 list. It's really hard. But I'll tell you this: Austin Reeves should not be ranked in the top 60. Dude is a role player that. The funny thing is
don't get Tom going now.
Dude,
I love.
Here goes Jared, man. Here goes Jared.
I love watching him play at Oklahoma. He was so fun to watch in college. I was like, okay, he's gonna probably like carve out like a decent role in the NBA. Like I don't know, like he was probably gonna be like I don't know, a role player on most nights. But my goodness, people glorify him like he's the next best thing in the world. Like I mean, yes, he probably is the 3rd best player in the Lakers, but at the same time, like if he played in Sacramento or Oklahoma City or another small market, literally he wouldn't even be ranked in the top 100. That's my take. I can't get mad though because I've made a top 100 NBA.
Hey man, you cover some Lakers games this year. You're gonna have to write some good things about him.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
The thing is like he's a good role player. Like he's perfect for that system. But I think it's called the LeBron or Curry teammate bump. Any role player who's really good on a LeBron James or Steph Curry led team gets a bump because they play on probably the 2 most popular teams on the West.
So what Warriors players are you referring to right now there, Cam?
Well, okay, not like in years, but I'm just saying like people like glorify role players, and
are you saying Andre Iguodala was not as good as he was?
No.
I think that's different though.
I'm kidding.
Giggy took a lower role.
I'm poking the bear.
I will say this though. I'm not taking any shots because like that's not cool. What I'm saying is there's some certain people in the media market that I used to work in that really overrate some players and give fans false hope. And then certain fans lash out at other journalists who don't have the same take because I will always remain objective and I will always say things for how they are. And so I think it's just funny how some people glorify certain players when they just can't live up to the standard that they say. So that's my take at the end of the day. But yeah, so I believe what I say.
So are you the type of person so let's say like right now you come out with a list and you're like top 20 players in college basketball this year and someone's like, oh no way so and so should be at 11, but then they like come out and are like killing it, and like are you a receipt keeper? Like are you gonna bring that back up and be like, hey, look, when I put this list out, I know what I'm talking about? Like what are we doing?
Hey, I've gotten a lot of things wrong, and I'll tell you this, like it's very well documented. I thought the Kings should have taken Jaden Ivey at 4. I was wrong, completely wrong. And Keegan, it looks like a home run pick. That's my bad receipt, whatever. But for every probably maybe 1 or 2 bad takes I've had a few pretty good ones. I told people the Kings were going to make the playoffs. I told people that, Keegan Murray after post summer league, I was like,
he's talking about fans being hopeful again. Is this what this is? Are we full circle conversation?
He's just letting us know he's made some picks.
Hey, I'm just saying, like, I always keep receipts. I'll give you guys an example. There's this 49ers like content creator. I don't know what his name is off the top of my head. He puts out decent tweets. I think he served in the military, so thank you for his service. But I will say he was saying that Jordan Love is a better player than Brock Purdy. And, maybe that take doesn't look that good after what Purdy did against the Browns last weekend. But Purdy's clearly outplayed Jordan Love the first 6 or 7 weeks of the season. And I don't think it's close. And I think the thing is Jordan Love doesn't really only has a fastball. And Purdy can really hit those intermediate throws and just a really overall better quarterback. And so I did keep receipts. I told people over the summer, I said, there's no way that Jordan Love's a better quarterback than Brock Purdy. And right after Brock Purdy threw, I think, 4 touchdowns against the Cowboys, I came back with those receipts. So,
Bro is re-liking his tweet.
There was a day last
tweet.
year.
Check the date on this one.
There was a day last year where Cam was getting on Twitter about the Keegan Murray thing. And I remember texting him like, dude, are you good? Like, you're getting a lot of hate.
That was like the silliest thing ever. Like, it was and I'll just say it, like, someone who I respected in media, like, super nice guy, like, worked with someone I was really close with, like, in the media space. Never had anything bad to say about him. I thought he was super nice. Like, we interacted a few times. And then one day, just after a random game, tries to come at me on Twitter, subtweets me, doesn't even at me. Like, if you're gonna tweet at me or say something, like, at least at me, or like at least say, acknowledge this. I found the tweet because a few people sent it to me, and obviously I knew it was about me. So I quote tweeted him and I said all this stuff, and then he got mad at me for deleting tweets, and then he deleted his own tweet that was trying to bash me, and then dude just sent a long apology after. And I always keep the peace. I don't like drama. I don't like beef. I forgave him. It's all forgiven. But
a grown man acting like my 3-year-old.
It's
the journalism world is
seriously.
It's cutthroat, man. And I'm not gonna be perfect. Like, I admit that mistake. I thought the Kings should have drafted Jade Ivey. I was wrong. They made the right pick. I'm glad they did, because the butterfly effect. I wouldn't be covering the NBA if it wasn't for Keegan Murray. So
I will say this though, Cam. I was gonna say this earlier, and I hope that people don't feel inspired that have no knowledge of making lists. I hope we don't get a lot of bad lists. Now they're like, Cameron said I should make a list. I'll show him, and then we got craziness on the internet. Which
but there already is too. Like, that's the thing.
Already is.
It's funny. That's a good point too, because like, there's well-respected names that purposely put out like crazy lists, just like we were talking about before. You're gonna get clicks and everything, but it's like, it's way different when you're the nobody with no research backing, nothing. Just like,
the thing is,
guys just throwing darts on a dartboard.
Well, the thing is with Twitter now is you can get ad revenue. And so you'll see someone just like post like a bait tweet, and then everyone will be like, rent due, because they're gonna get that engagement to get that money.
Yeah.
And so I should start doing
all that. People were literally posting how much money they're getting paid on Twitter. Like, it's almost like Elon is like, "Hey, like, post this for me. It's those
freaking Stat Muse like fan accounts that post the worst things ever.
See, I wish I could get that in type of engagement sometimes.
Maybe we should
preaching to the choir, brother.
Yeah, I gotta fire back up the Walk On Pod Twitter. Maybe.
Yeah, dude. Like, I don't want to be a troll, but I might have to be a troll to get some bread, dude.
If you guys are okay with that, I might have to do it.
I'm showing you guys
crazy content.
Starts top 5 all time.
Okay, Smooth 52.
Yeah, I thought it made on Twitter. Enough to maybe buy a dinner for myself in LA. That's about it.
Damn, I definitely should have made you pay for breakfast this morning.
Hey, I offered to.
That's crazy. That's actually crazy. All right, Cam. So,
I'm just kidding.
Let's talk to us. Talk to us.
Just kidding, Cam.
Let's get into the nitty gritty of it. So let's talk. Let's talk NBA basketball. Let's
Can I ask Cam a question real quick?
Go ahead.
Yeah. No, go ahead. I was just,
All right. Cam, would you associate Halloween with the start of the NBA season?
Yes and no, because like last season started like a year ago today. Like it was, like a year ago today was the Kings season opener. So I would say no, because like it varies on the start date. So last year was like October 19th, and like this year is October 25th. So no, I would like generalize it with like I guess you could say that.
I think you asked it backwards though, Jared. I think it's the other way around. Like if you think of Halloween, do you think of the start of basketball season? Not if you think of basketball season.
Yeah, maybe okay.
Well, in that case, yes, I would.
Right.
Oh, dang! I thought I was helping our case.
No, you were hurting your case. Thanks, Cam. That's what we're talking about. Cam, let's hear what you think. Start of the NBA season's firing up. It's got a lot of good storylines. The NBA is always good for drama. And what do you think? We talked about it a little bit earlier, but what do you think is going to happen? Are the Kings going to finally make the push?
They need one more move, and I think they need to really make an assessment at the trade deadline this year. They need to assess how the West is. They need to assess how their own individual roster is, how everyone's performing. I really believe they're one player away from being like that tier 1 Western Conference team. But until they make that move and get more internal development from, your top 3 guys, like the West got better. There's no doubt about that. Like everyone who's in playoff contention got better. Even the Rockets made move. And I love the Rockets. Like they're the best AAU team on earth. They are the best AAU team on earth. Like they're gonna be so fun to watch. Like when you walk to hardwood and you see like a really entertaining team play and it like stops you.
A Blackwell squads.
Yeah, like they're entertaining. Like we're gonna see a Jalen Green highlight every night. We're gonna see Dylan Brooks chuck up 33s a game. We're gonna see Fred VanVleet shoot 20 from the field. Like we're gonna see box office stuff. I mean, one of my favorite players in the NBA is Sengun, and I think he can be a mini Sabonis. Like he is a offensive hub center who's a really good post player, who's an excellent passer, pretty decent rebounder. And if I'm the Rockets, like I just don't know why they don't build around him. Like they could actually be a winning franchise. Like, and I like the Rockets. Like, no shade at them. I don't know why we're even talking about like a 13 to 14 seed in the West.
There's the straight.
I'll tell you this. Can I tell you my bold? Can I tell you my very very take?
That's what we need.
Actually. Oh yeah, that's why we asked the question.
This is going straight to Twitter. Actually,
I'm telling you, if I'm a team wanting to win an NBA championship, I would rather have Drew Holiday on my team than Damian Lillard.
Wow. So you're not a believer in the Bucks?
No. I think the Celtics are the best team in the East. I really do. Like, they got significantly better. So they have Drew Holiday and Derek White. Those are 2 really good defenders in the backcourt. You have Jaylen Brown, who, if he learns how to dribble with his left hand,
there it is.
Good. Jason Tatum could make that MVP push this year, and then Porzingis is could be really good if he stays healthy. The Celtics are really good. They're my favorite. I think the Celtics will win the title this year.
That'll be a bloodbath for sure. Did we ever even talk about the Drew trade? I don't know that we did.
We talked about the Dame part of it. I don't think Drew had landed.
Drew hadn't been traded yet.
Drew hadn't got traded again yet.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't think we ever talked about it.
Harry Stotts got fired.
Did he get fired? Or did he step
from
away?
The Bucks? Or I don't know if he got fired. He got stepped down.
I thought he stepped down. Yeah, I saw that this morning.
But that's really that's really weird. Right?
That's strange.
It starts
that's strange.
They got Dame. That's odd.
Cam, I'm curious.
Dame was one of the reasons why he got fired in Portland.
Yeah. So. What were you saying, Tom?
Maybe I was gonna say I'm curious. We've had plenty of discussion, Warriors, Kings on here, both teams. Jared's very vocal about his opinion on the Warriors roster. I want to know what you think about the Warriors roster this year.
Well, okay, here's my take, and I feel like I'm just firing off hot takes. And
yeah, keep them coming, man.
Something that really bothers. Okay, here's the thing. I'm gonna preface by saying
I'm gonna be subtweeting you later when this episode airs.
I'm glad. I'm telling you, and I think all 4 of us can agree. We're all basketball fans. We love watching the NBA.
Absolutely.
I think all of us can agree. If it's a Tuesday night at home, and 2 teams are playing on TNT, we're gonna watch it.
Yeah.
I think my problem is just with interacting with some Warriors fans on Twitter.com or formerly Twitter.com.
X.com.
a lot of Warriors fans, I don't think watch like the NBA outside of the Warriors. I think it really leads to a lot of bad discourse online. And I understand the Warriors are the standard in the NBA. They've won 4 championships since 2015. They have one of the best overall players in NBA history in Steph. Clay is one of the best 3-point shooters of all time. Like, they've been spoiled in the sense where they've had like really, 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 really high level basketball to watch the last decade. The thing is, though, is I feel like a lot of them don't watch the NBA outside of the Warriors, and that's why it leads to so much bad discourse. Like, people on Twitter during the playoffs when the Kings and Warriors were playing were talking about all this stuff about the Kings where like it wasn't remotely true, and the reason why they didn't know that is because they didn't really probably watch the games. And like the Kings, I'm just saying this outside of like being from Sacramento, the Kings are a fun team to watch. Like, they had the best offense in the NBA. They have 2 top whatever 25 players. They have a rising rookie who's really good. They have good shooting. Like, they're a fun league pass team to watch. And like, if you're a real NBA fan or like just a fan in general, that's something you want to watch. Like, I view like some of the teams this year who I think aren't going to be really that amazing, but they're going to be fun to watch, like the Magic, the Rockets, the Thunder, teams like that. Like, I'm going to watch a lot of those games because I'm really intrigued by their players. And I think the problem is, and maybe it's just not Warriors fans in general, but a lot of people like don't watch the NBA, and it leads to so much bad discourse online that's really frustrating to talk about with some people because like you clearly don't watch the NBA as a whole. You watch your team, and that's fine, but don't talk about like other teams when you don't watch the NBA as a whole. So that's my problem with it.
So does that mean you don't like the Warriors roster?
No, sorry, Tom. I went on a tangent. I love Trace Jackson Davies. I think he's going to be really good this year. I want the Kings to draft him. He's a perfect backup to Looney. I think
he looked good last night. He looked really good last night.
He's a really good like finisher around the rim. He is a decent facilitator in transition. I don't think he's really have to do that. The Warriors, but he did that a ton in college. I'm telling you, man. I've said this on Twitter. I'll say it again. I'm here for the Jonathan Kuminga jump. I think he's going to be really good. He looks really aggressive, and that's what they need. If he learns how to play defense, which he can because he has the prototypical size for it, he's going to be really good for the Warriors. And I think that's what they're betting on. Internal development from their younger players like Moody, Kuminga, guys like that. I mean, Steph is Steph. He's incredible. Clay, he'll still be really good. Wiggins, I think Wiggins kind of needs to take that another jump this year because, obviously last year was just unfortunate situation, missed a lot of the season.
Yeah.
He's back and he's like fully healthy, ready to go. Draymond, who knows what's going to happen with Draymond, man. Like I think Draymond is like one of the biggest wild cards in the NBA because like when he actually like is locked in 100%, there's not many defenders better than him in the NBA. And then Looney, everyone knows, like I very high in Looney. Love the guy. Great rebounder. He was better than Sponos in the playoffs, and that's why the Warriors won pretty much. Like he dictated the games and dictated the rebound in some of those games and really shut down Sabonis. So that's what I think of the Warriors roster. I think they definitely probably need to make a move at some point. But, who knows if Mr. Dunleavy is going to make a move at the deadline or
he didn't acknowledge your guy, Jared.
Yeah. That was
my guy. I don't have those guys. Those aren't my guys.
CP, you don't
oh,
like CP?
Gosh, I forgot about him, man.
Exactly.
That's forgettable.
I don't know, man. Like how I just don't know how that's gonna work. And I'm telling you this,
I don't know.
CP3 is one of the smartest basketball players of all time. And if this trade was like 10 years ago, the Warriors would be very, very good. But CP3 is, I think, 36 years old. He's slower.
Might be older.
He can't really guard anymore. Like, I just don't know how that's going to work. And, like, if you do play CP3, Clay, and Steph together, either have to take one of Wiggins, Looney, or Draymond off the floor. So, I personally would rather have
those weird choices are going to be made.
Yeah, I mean,
Cam, yeah. Do you think I don't need to hear any more about how terrible that trade is? I can move on from that. Do you think on the West Coast, do you think the Nuggets are like primed to repeat or like at least compete to get to the finals, or do you think it's going to be tough for them to get back there again?
I think they're the best team in the West. Like I just do not see another team beating them. I mean, they got better. I'm not Nuggets Celtics finals. That's my prediction this year. But I just think
I'm not mad at that.
Jokic literally treats the NBA like a 9 to 5. It's so funny. And people get
hilarious.
I don't like that people get mad at that.
People get so mad at him for it. And I'm like he's living the dream. He's literally making so much money. He's the best player in the world, and he's acting like it's just a hobby. Like it's awesome. I think
it's hilarious.
And people like have full-on meltdowns on Twitter that he like.
Yeah, people need to get out of their feelings.
That he's ruining the game and stuff.
Yeah, people got to get out of their feelings. They're like getting super upset that he's like buying another horse online at practice. Like, who cares, dude? That's hilarious to me. Bro, he's still walking out and giving you 30, 22, and 10. Yeah. He's still gonna give you a triple-double, regardless of how many horses he's buying.
Yeah. I think that's the other thing though too that's cool about that is like we've talked about a little bit on here is like he's just like his ability to compartmentalize it is like he just doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low, he doesn't like buy into the fame. Like dude literally just lives his life and just so happens to be the best player in the world. Like I think that's probably why he's so successful is that he just doesn't put a ton of pressure on himself. Like we've all seen like, and I know it's not the same thing, but we saw what LeBron went through to try to win before like he did win, you know, like dude was like just under a microscope all the time because like he felt that pressure, I feel like. And that's kind of what happened in Miami, right? But then Jokic just like, we're just going to get better every year. And like we weren't good for a couple of years and then we got better. And now like they're where they're at. And I think Jamal Murray is like, he's so good, man.
Yeah. I interviewed Jokic last year and it was hilarious. I asked him, this is after they played the Kings, and I was like, I think most people in the league consider you and Sabonis like the two best big man passers in the league. Like, is there anyone else that really like comes to mind for you? And dude gave me the funniest answer. He's like, I don't know, man. I'm just focused on winning. Like he's like hilarious. He's comical. So yeah, that was one of the funnier interviews I had last year. Anthony Edwards is like the most hilarious player I've ever talked to in the NBA. Like, dude is gonna be an actor.
He's a cartoon character.
I'm telling you, Anthony Edwards like MVP level jump this year. He's so good. Like he is the guy in Minnesota. They need to
dope.
But there's the key. He's in Minnesota. So
they should trade. They shouldn't have traded for Rudy. They should have traded Cat. Like this is
we could have a whole episode talking about Minnesota.
Yeah. So they're either going to be really good or really bad this year. That's all I'll say about that.
All right, man. These are good takes. I'm glad we're giving you a chance to get these out right now.
Thank you.
We're gonna get into our scouting report here. We're gonna get into our scouting report, our starts or our sits of the week. Last week I think it went well. We all had some good intel. Jared, do you want to go
Jimmy
ahead and
got hurt.
off?
I'm sorry, Jimmy.
Yeah, you might have.
My bad, Jimmy.
I don't know. I think my CMC got hurt last week, but
what
are we looking at this week? What's our start or what's our sit for the week?
Well, this is a personal pick. I've been struggling with it all day, but I think I'm going to go with a sit this week. Sit Trevor Lawrence tonight. Short week. Injured.
He might not even play. I don't even think that's like.
Oh, is that not? I haven't got the update yet.
Yeah, I don't think he's playing.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you go and then I'll come up. You go and I'll come up with another.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go with a sit this week. My sit for the week is not a person. It's not anything specific. I'm going with the idea that the NFL has put out there that they might host a Super Bowl in London one year. This is a horrible idea. This is a bad idea. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the bench right now so that it just never gets its play time because I think you would have to change the entire schedule of the day, the entire schedule of the way things go by. And this is something that's been a tradition on one of the first weekends in February on Sunday for however long, literally as long as football's probably been going. So the fact that we're just like going to throw it in London for what reason, I don't know. I don't even think the London games have been that successful. I know myself, I don't pay nearly as much attention to those games that I do to the other ones, even if I'm not interested in them. Like it's just like it's just not relevant. So yeah, put the Super Bowl in London on the bench. Let's leave it there for forever. And yeah, that's my sit for the week.
I've got a lot of things flowing in my head right now. I'm going off the cusp here. Luke, you inspired me with London, made me think global. And so I'm going to start the idea of flag football being played in the Olympics in 2028. Yes, I love great that. One. I think that's awesome. That's been going around this week. The jokes have been making me laugh. Yeah, so funny. I'm starting flag football in the Olympics. I was thinking about sitting the idea that the NFL paid a fan to celebrate at the Chargers game, but I'm not even going to acknowledge that any further. So
yeah, that's good. That's a good take, though. It's a really good take. Cam, what you got for us, man?
I have a very niche take, and it's like Kings related. So I'm just
that's good. I like
that.
Okay, I'm gonna start Colby Jones. That he is gonna be the best rookie on the Kings after the season.
Okay.
I think he looks like really engaged both ways on the floor.
He did play pretty good last night.
He knocked down some shots. He can play defense. He's he's 6'6", 6'7", so he can guard ones, twos, threes, and even maybe some fours. So it was like defensive position, like versatility is going to be really key. I think he ends up being kind of like Kessler Edwards of this team, just because I think he's a better player than him. And Mike Brown has shown like he can tinker with some lineups. So I know, it feeds in the whole I'm such a hater of Sasha, the defending EuroLeague MVP, but I'm starting that Colby Jones is going to be the best rookie in the Kings after the season. And also, just one more thing, real quick, sorry. And then I don't know if you guys read like the GM survey, like they put it out every year, like who's the best. It's like percentages. So HGM votes on it. Like it's like tons of different stuff. You guys should go read it. It's pretty interesting. And like obviously one of them was like rookie of the year, and then it was Wemby, Chet, Scoot, and then with 3%, Sasha was fourth. And I thought about him like that means one GM voted for him. And I bet it was Monty voted for him for rookie of the year.
So I'm not mad at that. That's a great play.
Just believe in his guys.
Believe, man, believe.
Yeah, so that's my start. Kind of really niche, but
that's great. Good start. It's good start.
I got my start. So you guys went outside of actual sports, so I got to start. Can I interject here?
Yeah.
I want to start hitting a 6-leg parlay to post your bail money.
Oh my god,
that was hilarious, dude.
Like, bro is just sitting there in like locked up. Like, man, if this hits, I'm getting out, and it hit. And dude had posting made, I think it was like 13,000 and change. His bail was 10,000, so he got out of there on top. Like, dude got out of jail and had a couple grand in his pocket. Hopefully, he didn't go do anything else like illicit. But man. Start the parlay for the bail money.
How many bets did he lost to get up to that point though?
I don't even know, man. That's not our territory.
That's hilarious. Very, very, very creative. And also on a side note, LA Olympics 2028. Hopefully, I'm still living here, and I'll definitely be checking it out for sure.
It'll be exciting. I'll be tapped into Cameron Salerno Media there. So, boom, right to our starting five here. We've talked a lot about Cam's prowess with college sports and everything. So we're bringing you starting five college mascots. I think this is one that could be really, really fun. And I know a lot of us are putting it together as we're going. But that's the way we like to do it here sometimes.
I'm ready to go. I'm locked.
You want to run it? You want to go Serpentine or all five?
I can go first, Jared? Or we can go Serpentine. How did it look last week?
Give me a second.
It was looking promising for me in the beginning.
I'm writing mine down.
Bro, there was a point when it was really early, and there were 4 votes in 3 of them were on this pod right here, me, Tommy, and you, and then you were winning by 1 vote because Amanda voted 2.
Nice.
Shout out.
Jared and Tommy tied.
Ooh, yeah. See, I'm putting up a fight, Tom.
And then Tommy won the walk-on pick.
Good. All right. So are we serpentining or are we going
let's go all 5. Let's rip all 5.
I say we rock 5, yeah.
All right. I'll go first.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Now at the point guard, every great team, every great championship run, it needs a little bit of luck. So at the point guard, give me the Leprechaun, Notre Dame.
Nice.
Okay.
That's PG. Now at the shooting guard, I need a real athlete, and I need someone that can soar above the competition. So give me Sebastian the Ibis, or Ibis, I might be pronouncing that incorrectly, from University of Miami.
Wow. Okay.
That's my shooting guard. Now, at the small forward, we just need someone that's tough. I just need straight toughness. Someone's going to do the dirty work. Someone's going to dive on the floor. Someone's going to lock up. Maybe even, Dylan Brooks, somebody. Give me Ramsey of North Carolina. Ramsey.
Okay. Yeah.
Tar Heel.
That's a great
No idea how a Tar Heel turns into a goat or a bighorn sheep, but it does. Now, here's the showstopper of my team. There's not really any words to explain him or understand what he is, but anytime you see a mascot commercial, he's in it. So give me Big Red from Western Kentucky University.
Yeah.
It's the big brown red thing that looks like Cookie Monster.
No, he's notable for reasons I can't tell you why.
I'm with Luke here.
Oh, am I missing something?
No, you're good.
No.
I'm saying we have no idea why he's notable.
Yeah,
he's in every mascot commercial. He's in there. Like Western Kentucky won't even be in the tournament.
He must just do his job, and you got to do your job. So
that's my showstopper, man. That guy really is gonna get the crowd hyped. Now at the center, I feel like this guy not only can lead my team from a vocal standpoint, but he just got a cool fit too. So give me Sparty, man. Michigan State.
Dude, Sparty's my guy. You know that too. Come on, Jerry.
Sparty.
Good stuff.
That's my
good list. I like the list. Well prepared. If you guys don't mind, I'm ready to rip mine off here. I know Tommy, you might have to do a pivot here because Jared might have just snaked you.
I'm good.
At my point guard, I need a lot of heart. I need a lot of heart leading my roster. And I think this guy it embodies that. I got Uga the Bulldog, the actual Bulldog for the Georgia Bulldogs. He's sick. He's dope. He's out there being a
That's
Bulldog.
A great pick. Great pick.
At the 2,
I'm gonna have to make a lot of audibles here.
That's kind of why I wanted to go. I felt like that was gonna be a popular one.
Yeah.
At the 2, this might be a surprise pick, but when I think of mascots that are willing to do whatever it takes to get a bucket, I'm thinking Cosmo the Cougar at BYU. This guy goes
I knew
all
someone
out.
would do it.
This guy goes all out. He's one of the best mascots out there, honestly. So good for him. You see him doing crazy stunts all over this place. So I think it's a good play. At my shooting guard, he's an electric player. He's a highlight film type of guy. At the 3, this guy's a lockdown. I do not want to go face to face with this guy. I got Pistol Pete, Oklahoma State. This guy's a classic. He's a classic. And again, you get into a little, Western standoff. I'm taking Pistol Pete 10 times out of 10. At the 4, it would not be a mascot list if I didn't have the true grit of Louis the Lumberjack at the 4th.
Oh my God.
Look,
no way.
There's in a world where mascots are repeated and mascots are overdone, you got Louis the Lumberjack, who's unique to the university that it stands for in his pride. There's a lot of pride within the Flagstaff and NAU community about Louis the Lumberjack, so I got to rock with him. Obviously, at the 4, it's a gritty position to be at. And at the 5, this guy just embodies size for me. It's just a big man down low. I got Big Al, the elephant for Alabama.
Dude, I mean, you guys are stealing picks left and right.
I love it.
What are we doing here?
Sounds like a PED epidemic.
Look, bro, you could have repeats. It's fine. Like, I'm not even worried about it. But
Yeah. All right. I'm not taking Big Al. I'm not taking Big Al out of my lineup. I'm saying that right now.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't if I was you. It's so
I'll go ahead and go here.
Cam, hold on, Cam. In case you were wondering, at the NAU basketball games, they actually use a real chainsaw and cut an actual log inside the gym.
That's hilarious.
Called a cookie. It's called a cookie.
Awesome. That's awesome.
All right, James.
That is, yeah. All right, I'm ready to roll. Here we go. At the one, I've got my guy. He's the energy guy. He's the creativity man himself. Give me the Oregon Duck at the one. Oh, this guy is awesome. He does his job, and he's gonna lead us. He's gonna lead the show for us. At the two, this is where I had Sparty originally, and I'm gonna keep it similar with the name. Definitely a little different. This guy's got some fire to him. All right, he's a little devilish, if you will. Give me Sparky, the Arizona State Sun Devil.
Nice.
At the two.
That's
okay.
A great audible play.
Yeah. There's my audible for the. Well, I'm gonna have multiple audibles, but there's one of them. At the three, I'm gonna go with a player that I think can be the star player, and that's Joe Bruin, UCLA. At the three, he's just a guy who's gonna do exactly what we need him to do, and he's gonna score a lot of points in the process of doing so. We got Joe Bruin at the three. At the four, this is my physical specimen. All right. This guy's going to throw his body around and act like Draymond, act like Dennis Rodman. Give me the Wisconsin Badger at the four. And at the five, holding it down in the paint, I can't audible. Big Al down there is erasing anything at the rim. That trunk is not allowing any baskets. Give me Big Al at the five.
Yeah, it's a great play, man. It's a great play.
All right, Cam, what you got?
All right, I did a lot of audibles, but here we go. All right, at the one, we're going like Magic Johnson, Lonzo Ball, big point guard. Give me the Jayhawk from Kansas at the one.
I like it.
At the two, I am going to go with a very iconic mascot. Give me Traveler, the Trojan horse from USC.
Okay.
He comes with a sword. Like we need a slasher. So literally we got one. At the three, we got my guy, Herky the Hornet, the Sacramento State mascot. Big burly guy. He's an enforcer. He can play the 3, the 4, the 5. At the 4, I got the Buffalo from Colorado.
Okay.
He's an awesome pick. He's a
up and coming star, if you will.
Yeah, he's incredible. And on that theme,
live Buffalo.
At the 5, I am shocked no one said this. I got Stanford the Tree.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I can't get on board with that. I'm sorry.
Whatever.
People are questioning the mobility of your big man, Cam. Yeah. I don't know, man.
Turn around with the walk-on, Cam. Who you got there?
Yeah, Cardinal is a tree. That doesn't make sense.
I got the Texas Longhorn as my.
Okay.
I like that.
Okay. Nice. I have a true walk-on. I think this guy's overlooked in the mascot world. And maybe because there's not a lot of creative design to what this guy is, but I think he's awesome. Give me Otto the Orange. Syracuse Orange. Give me Otto the Orange, dude. That guy is hilarious.
Is that?
That's ridiculous.
Go look it up, Jared. It's just a circular orange.
No. I'm saying I know what it is, but I'm like, it doesn't even make sense.
Bro, that was literally my walk-on pick, bro. That's crazy. That's such a good pick, man. That's actually such a good pick.
Thank you.
Okay, look, I'm gonna make a really crazy audible, and this is gonna be horrible, but it's fine. This is a homer pick. I'm going with the Folsom Lake College Falcon, and I'm gonna go with the Falcon. I'm gonna go with the Falcon because this was a school that growing up in Folsom had no athletics until basically when I graduated high school, and then a couple of homies went and played for them. So there was really no light for this mascot to make it out, and guess what? The Fighting Falcons, put a couple careers out there that we still talk about today.
That's a good audible.
Gosh, man, my walk-on, he is the most walk-on of all walk-ons. you wouldn't even think of this animal being scary or mean or aggressive at all. But I'll tell you, man, he really does his job. He's always solid. He's always there for you. So give me the UC Santa Cruz banana slug.
The banana slug. Yeah.
Shout out
That's
Pulp
good.
Fiction.
Yeah,
Where's
that's a
the
good
banana slug t-shirt? It's amazing.
That's good, Jared.
That's a good
Hell
one. That's a
yeah.
good one.
Banana slug. Very unassuming.
Yeah.
Damn.
The banana slug. Who would have thought?
Out of the orange, man.
Dude, shout out to Otto the Orange one more time. Let's give a round of applause to Otto the Orange.
Yeah, it's good.
Folsom Lake College. I forgot about Folsom the city up until you said that. So
That feels disrespectful, almost personal in a sense.
hey, you're my favorite person to ever come out of Vista Lago, so I'll tell you that.
There we go. Let's go.
High praise from Salerno.
It can't. It's real sunny out here, man. I feel like you need to dabble in getting in on the golf course.
Oh,
The sun is gonna be going down earlier, so I feel like what you have to do, even though it might be dark, is get out there and work on your chipping. Because I'm gonna get nice and slow, just like the banana slug, to a mascot fight.
Wow.
Unfortunately, we might have to figure a way out for that to come out a little cleaner because Jared's hotel Wi-Fi kind of fouled him there for a second.
Foul play from the Wi-Fi, but we got the gist.
Yeah, I think it was good. And
Couldn't give you a good enough reaction there, Jared. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I believe in it.
I'll do a voiceover.
Yeah, we might have to.
That would be impressive. Or I'll just sit here with a Jared Waters voice.
Cam, thanks for joining us today, brother.
Oh,
I know it was last minute, but
thanks, Cam.
You're the man. We love your energy always, every time.
Love the energy you guys bring. It's awesome. I love being able to just talk.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Always good time.
Yeah, we got your platform ready.
Oh yeah. Mine?
Yeah.
Oh,
we're right here for you, Cam. Episode 3. Episode 3 with Cam. There'll probably be an episode 4 soon at the rate we're going. Yeah. Might as well, right? Why not?
Yeah, just do a series. Just put me as a co-host for this.
Shout out to Cam. Shout out to the listeners. Appreciate you all. These are your favorite walk-ons, and we're walking out.